One of the things that we really hope to do in this lifestyle is just reduce the wasteful practices that many of us in the Western world engage in. Something I've thought for a long time is that the amount of trash you make is just a really honest and kind of irrefutable evidence or measure of how self-sustainable and how sustainable, as they say, you know, I like the word, but I kind of think it gets overly used, your life is. So here we are down in the crawl space of our house. It's actually like a little cellar area. There are 1,000 jars of canned food in this pantry under our house. And all of this is really, really old. It was left by the elderly woman who owned this house before us. So just the fact that this is down here, it's a really big inspiration in 3 ways. First of all of this food was produced on this property. The second way it's a resource is these jars are valuable. And then the third way, this is a resource to us, another inspiration, I'm calling these inspirations actual resources in our lives, is it's an inspiration to waste less and to reuse more. If you think about the packaging that would have taken to hold all this food that would have had to be recycled or go to a landfill, this is an incredibly efficient use of a resource of these glass jars. So I'm feeding Brighton, he's eating yogurt for lunch, and he really likes yogurt. There you go, buddy, where's your, oh, I've got your spoon. This is organic yogurt from Aldi's, and it's a great price, but the downside to using this is we've got this plastic container. So this is a source of trash. Now these are reusable, we reuse them all the time, but I would love to be making our own yogurt, making it in glass jars and reusing them so we're not generating this waste. I know, yeah, you can recycle it, but it's still a waste of energy to take a container like this, use it 1 or 2, 3 times. It's haircut time for Justice. What a big day. This is only your 2nd haircut, right? I'm gonna get a treat after this. You're gonna get what? A treat? Yeah. Oh man, you didn't want a haircut, did you? Yes. Nice haircut, dude. What kind of haircut is that, buddy?
Mohawk haircut.
A mohawk haircut. Good job, Mommy. That's fun for a little boy.
That's what we wanted.
We've been meaning to do this for a little while. I just want to thank a couple people who sent us really neat notes, or a few people sent us really neat products. This is a salve from St. Fiacre's farm. So they're a family-owned company out in the northwest of the United States. They have some really great salves and herbal teas. They also sent us some soap that someone else had made. You should check out their website. We'll put a link in the description. We honestly endorse this stuff with the fact that we used it all in just a couple weeks, and they sent us actually like 3 of these. So here's the second thing I was sent. This is cleaning chainmail. The product name is the Ringer. It's actually made out of really high quality chainmail, and it's designed for cleaning cast iron. Now, I lost the note that came with this, so I cannot tell you thank you by your name, but I'm gonna say thank you for sending this. This is awesome, and yes, to answer your question, I will try to do a video on cast iron care. I love cast iron. Next, I wanted to say, oh, hey buddy. Next, I wanted to say thank you to Kim in the Netherlands, and she just sent us just some cool little cards that her kids made, and she also sent us a bunch of seeds. This is New Zealand spinach. And then one of our favorite letters was from James, and he sent us just a sweet little note about how we've encouraged him. He's 10 years old. He wrote us this awesome little letter. Thank you so much, James. We really enjoyed reading that. We really love all of your letters that you've sent us, but we'll feature some that just kind of popped out to us. So right now, if we used our trash as a measure of our sustainability, we would be scoring very low. It's not really upsetting to me though, because we're really just starting out in this journey. My hope is that in a year or 2 years, we'll be producing a large portion of our food, really good, healthy, they say nutrient-dense food. And we'll be storing a lot of it for ourselves, ideally in reusable containers through canning. Look at our trash. I've got it protected out here in the corn crib, or kind of the anteroom to the corn crib, to keep pests and animals out of it. This is a mountain of trash. Now granted, I haven't taken trash since Christmas, and if you get yours taken out weekly, then you're not gonna really see how it would accumulate. So it's not really that much per week. But this is a ton of waste. Oh, if we're racing, you're gonna have to not fall down, bud. Let's go. Well, I thought we were racing.
You can't. You need.
We're taking the goats out to their little fenced area outside their fence to give them some extra grass and forage. All right, there we are. We're here. Alrighty, there you go. Can you herd Lovey in?
Yeah, I am. Hey, Hunter.
I want to say one more thing on this topic. And that is just the irony of the fact that I have my trash in this corn crib. This is totally backwards, because when this barn was built, the people who lived here, they built the house, they built the barns, they cared for this land, they were actually growing probably all of the corn they needed to feed their cows, their mules, and their horses. This corn crib is a symbol of kind of the ultimate localism, if that's a word, and the ultimate self-sufficiency when you compare growing corn for yourself and putting it in your corn crib versus growing corn all the way across the country or halfway across the country, or just across the state even, loading it into trucks, hauling it, buying it in bags. There's a lot of waste in that system. Now, in some ways, it's an incredibly efficient system, but there's a lot of waste there. Please share comments about how you've reduced waste in your life. We'd love to hear them, hear suggestions, ideas, inspirations. Hey, kitty. I know for a fact you've been doing your job on the homestead recently. Here is yet another vole that the cats have killed. I don't know if voles have a beneficial place on the homestead at all, but I know that they actually can cause some significant damage, especially to apple trees. And seeing I'm about to plant a bunch of apple trees, I'm happy the cats are killing them. What voles do is they go to the base of the tree, either right at the surface of the ground or sometimes under the ground. If there's snow, they'll burrow under the snow and they chew the bark. They can kill a tree like that in the wintertime. I love when I find examples of great efficiency and the reuse of materials that's just built into this farm. You can kind of date a barn by the way the lumber was cut and the type of nails. The vast majority of the wood in here is sawn on a sawmill, and you can tell by looking at it. But there's a few beams in here that are hand hewn. What I think is that some of the beams in this barn are actually much older than this barn, and they were taken out of old buildings, found to be sound, and put into this barn. I'll show you. Those axe marks tell you that this was actually hewn square by hand with an axe and possibly with an adze. Here's another one, and this one is giant, and I like to think this came out of a huge ancient barn. I wish I could have seen that barn. Brianna's gonna go change outfits into her farm girl clothes.
Wow, my overalls are too dirty for cleaning up poop. So, probably won't look like fun.
So Brianna's cleaning out the barn. The kids and I are about to go inside and make some supper and get ready for bed. Y'all have a great evening. That was another great day on the homestead. We'll see you tomorrow.